Serving Parkersburg, Marietta, and the entire Mid-Ohio Valley. You're watching WTAP News at 6.
A veteran who has built a legacy in the community recently celebrated a big milestone. Caitlin Smith joins us live in the studio with our This Is Home feature. Caitlin?
For this week's This Is Home, we meet a 95-year-old World War II veteran who calls Washington County home for many years.
This Is Home, sponsored by Riverview Credit Union.
Bob Morris has called the Mid-Ohio Valley home for over 92 years. Morris came back to New Matamoros after serving as a sergeant with the military police during World War II. He says coming home was not a hard decision.
I wanted to sign up for 4 more years, and I said, no, the only thing I want is a ticket to New Matamoros. And they kind of laughed, and I got on the boat and started for the United States.
When Morris came home, he worked as a carpenter up until retirement. He put his work with wood to use, building his own home where he still lives today. He also stayed busy since his retirement working in his wood shop. In fact, he says that in just the last 2 years, he has built 82 porch swings for people. Morris says he is always willing to help a neighbor in any way needed, whether that is lending a hand or lending a tool.
Well, just grew up here and liked it here and got good neighbors and can't ask for any better place to live, quiet.
Morris has built a strong legacy. He and his late wife have 11 children, 20 grandchildren, 33 great-grandchildren, and even 3 great-great-grandchildren. About 170 of Bob's friends and family recently came out to celebrate his 95th birthday. And although it was a significant day for many, Morris said it was just like any other day. In the studio, I'm Caitlin Smith, WTAP News. This is Home.
Thanks, Caitlin. The First Lady of the United States is on her way to Honolulu this weekend. Our Washington News Bureau reporter Peter Zampa tells us the purpose of this trip.
Well, First Lady Jill Biden stopping off in Honolulu this weekend after a short trip to Tokyo for the opening ceremony of the Olympic Games. Her trip to Hawaii, a continuation of the Biden administration's vaccine push as the concerning Delta variant rips through the country. Hawaii's cases and hospitalizations are on the rise. The vaccine drive from the administration remains full steam ahead after the nation failed to meet the 70% vaccination goal set by the president. President Joe Biden is calling the new spike in cases a pandemic for the unvaccinated. The First Lady will attempt to address these pockets of unvaccinated people in Honolulu as she visits a vaccination clinic at a local high school. Now, after the First Lady's quick trip to Honolulu, she will head right back here to the White House. In Washington, I'm Peter Zampa.
Thanks, Peter. Now let's go to Kurt Greenfield for another look at the forecast. Kurt?
Well, we have a sunny and warm afternoon, but we've dropped a couple of degrees since some cloud cover moved into the area and a line of showers fizzled. Let's take a look at our radar satellite composite, and as you can see, it doesn't look very promising, and then all of a sudden things dry up as we get into the latter part of the loop here. Again, much of this is virga as it arrives in the Mid-Ohio Valley. So when we take a look at our current situation up in Jand Hills, it's about 44 degrees, feels like, 77 degrees. It feels like 79. The relative humidity is 60%, the wind's calm, and the pressure 30.14 inches and falling. When we look at the local temperatures, again, we're at 77, so's Zanesville, 81 in Athens, 83 for Huntington, 82 for Charleston. So there's not a great deal of variation, and we are a bit cooled off by that cloud cover. Calm conditions right now, but elsewhere there's about 6 miles per hour. Not even a hint of any radar echoes at this point. We have to tilt up to the Great Lakes before we start to see some scattered showers. And again, these are not moving in our direction, so that's the closest rain we've got in the area. High pressure has been our friend, but it's also trapped the pollutants over the region for a while in the last week. In fact, yesterday, the entire state of Indiana was under a air quality issue. And although this is deteriorating, it could also inspire a couple of concerns, but not in the Mid-Ohio Valley. That's the good news. We continue to see just a little bit of breeze passing through, changing the air. Futurecast suggests that we'll see some clear periods yet tonight and then some cloud cover as we get into Saturday. Again, it'll be on again, off again. For the most part, it'll be a mix of sunshine and clouds until we get to Sunday. Then it thickens up, more clouds with some scattered showers as we get into Sunday morning. So it's not a bad pool day. In fact, anytime you're in July, you can enjoy the pool. 82 or so this afternoon, mostly sunny. And you could repeat this for tomorrow because the temperature is only going to go up. So our forecast says for tonight, 62 for the overnight low, mostly clear conditions, but not completely. A full moon as we get into the evening. It should be big and bright and pretty. As we look into tomorrow, we'll jump in our temperatures up to almost 90 degrees. It'll be mostly sunny, but again, it'll be on again, off again through the course of the day. Still, we've turned on the fair weather light for Saturday. It looks like Sunday has a 66% chance of storms tailing off into Monday, and then we're into the 90s more firmly Tuesday and Wednesday, with another possibility of perhaps some thunderstorms on Thursday as well. So we've enjoyed this break this week, but we're running out of the cool air. Tonight's winner for the Sketch of the Outdoors contest, sponsored by People's Bank, is 3 Foxes in the Sun by Emma Hicks, age 7, from Parkersburg. If you'd like to enter the daily contest, submit your digital copy of your child's outdoor artwork on our WTAP webpage. Look for the entry Sketch of the Outdoors and follow the directions to upload and enter. A new winner is drawn each weekday and presented at both 6 and 11 p.m. newscasts. Phyllis?
Thank you, Kirk. Still ahead, we hear from people what they think of the Cleveland baseball team's name change from the Indians to the Guardians. Next at 6.